The Nicole, Revwell, Jessie, Wheelin, and movie prop 2-pack will go down in history as one of the most unique Cars diecast 2-packs ever made. This is what I love to see from the Cars diecast line, taking what we're used to and flipping it on its head. Instead of a regular 2-pack just coming with 2 cars, they take advantage of the concept of a 2-pack to include 2 pitties and 1 massive new accessory in the form of the movie prop. Mattel often considers pitties to be 2 cars. 2 pitties packed together will be a single, or a pitty and a few accessories. So here, they took a really clever advantage of the 2-pack format, giving us 2 pitties and this massive movie prop accessory. This is easily one of the most highly anticipated Cars diecast releases of the year, and also, in my opinion, one of the best. I love the creativity on display here, and I would love to see more like it in the future. But not only is the concept great, the items included are as well. For starters, we get 2 brand new blank pitties. Getting blank cars, especially blank pitties, is certainly a rarity for the Cars diecast line, and I honestly can't think of any other time in the past we've gotten a pitty with no sort of affiliation or gimmick or anything like that. These are just 2 blank pitties. But basically nobody that I know is talking about the pitties. All the focus here is on the movie prop itself. This pack is based on the Cars on the Road Episode B movie, where in the background of one shot, we see 2 pitties moving a giant movie prop. A UFO that has a striking similarity to the Mama UFO from Unidentified Flying Mater. And the fact that this got a diecast was one of the biggest surprises and highlights of the 2024 diecast line, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people probably agree with me on that. Like I said, basically nobody's talking about the pitties. All the focus is on the movie prop right here, giving us a brand new UFO character based on the Mama UFO from Unidentified Flying Mater. Of course, that is an instant win in the eyes of a whole lot of Cars fans. Man, I cannot wait to open up this 2-pack. There are so many good things to say about it, so let's begin. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another review, and to another 2024 2-pack review. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've gotten 2-packs. I'm very excited. This year's been pretty bad for distribution, especially for 2-packs, so I'm so glad I was able to pick up some new ones right here towards the tail end of the year. At my Target today, I found this 2-pack, this one, and the Jackson Storm and Miguel Camino 2-pack. You guys will be seeing reviews of all those in the coming days. Really hope that I find the Ramon 2-pack soon, one of my most wanted items of 2024. If I have any complaints about this item, it's the fact that they didn't put the movie prop on the card back. I know that would kind of be hard to do, but I think you could easily put Nicole here and Jessie here, also helping them line up with their name tags a bit better, and then just put the movie prop on the ground between them. It doesn't need to be like flying or anything, you know, and you don't have to show them moving it. You could use the same artwork, space them out, put the prop in the middle, maybe have it kind of behind them as well as between them. I think that would have really made this stand out a bit more. As it stands, it's honestly a really boring card back with a lot of open space in the background. There isn't all that much space to work with though, as due to the size of the movie prop, this was given a much larger bubble than what we're used to. You can see it's quite a bit taller than the other packs, meaning that we don't have that much space for the artwork. But with how slim and skinny the profile of the UFO movie prop is, I think it would fit perfectly here in the small horizontal space that we have for the character art. It's a shame that they didn't go through with that. This blister is very similar to the one that the Chiefess was released in last year, giving us, you know, a lot more space for a larger character. We've got the new for 2024 logo there. I quite like the art of Nicole and Jessie. Nicole seems pretty confident with what she's doing. Jessie, it seems like it's her first day on the job and she's a little concerned. Anyway, on the back of the package, we have some other On the Road 2-packs that are out currently, including the one with Cars on the Road Ramon, as well as Regular Flow, Jeremy and the Chiefess out in 2023 and 24, and of course, Ken and Janoki and Justin Roadrunner, another 2-pack I wasn't able to find today, unfortunately. I believe this one's coming back for 2025, so I'm sure I'll have another chance with it. I'm just really nervous about that Ramon 2-pack, guys. I really hope I can find it, because it's easily one of my most wanted items for the year. Anyway, let's get these guys out of the package now. This was such a hotly anticipated item from a lot of fans, and it's I believe, one of the final new releases that had to come out for 2024, you know? So a lot of people were waiting on this for a very long time after it got announced all the way back in February, and I certainly don't think it's gonna disappoint. It looks really, really solid. I think this is gonna be a whole lot of fun. So we'll start off by taking a look at the pitties. Nicole here is based on the Jackson Storm Pity model, which is honestly really, really nice to get. It is not often that we see cars using those special Cars 3 pity molds. Unfortunately, we haven't really gotten that many Cars 3 pit crew members just yet, so Nicole here is only the second car ever to use the Laura Spinwell mold, a model that's quite frequently used in Cars 3. I really, really hope we get some more Cars 3 pitties at some point very soon. But, and it is nice to see the model reused here, and also in a blank form that doesn't have that tool gun. Nicole does have something unique about her, though, that makes her stand out from other pitties beyond just her mold, that being these two little pegs that will connect to the bottom of the movie prop. As great as it is to get these blank pitties, that is the one thing that stops them from being completely normal, stock, standard blank pitties. It is that, those little pegs there that will connect to the movie prop. But hey, I think it's a pretty smart idea. Having it plug into the accessory was really smart so that you could have them successfully move that. We'll have to see how that goes. I really like Nicole's expression here. Matches the character artwork pretty well. She seems pretty confident in what she's doing. I also really like just getting a good look at this Jackson Storm Pity mold. You know, with Laura, she uses all these very dark colors, so you don't really get the best look at the intricacies of the mold, but I love little details like the complexities of the hat. Just little things like that, you know? This is a pity mold I'm not the biggest fan of. It's kind of like the Wide Pity 2.0, but it's even a little more wide than the previous Wide Pity we're used to. It's basically shaped like a trapezoid, in all honesty. And while I'm not the biggest fan of this pity design, it's very frequent, very prominent in Cars 3 and also in the background of Cars on the Road, so it would be nice to get it a bit more. Now, I don't know what's going on here by the wheel of Nicole here. I noticed this with Jessie in the packaging. Is this some sort of printing error, or... Hey, wait a minute. Is this, like, intentional? Oh, okay. I guess this is, like, intentional dirt detailing. What's up with Mattel and making all the pitties weirdly dirty recently? Jessica Carville from earlier this year also had that problem, and she looked kind of weird because of it. Yeah, it looks like there's some intentional dirt scuffing, and while Thailand usually does a pretty good job with that, here it just kind of looks like these guys were smeared in grease, or a 6-year-old messed up with a Sharpie real bad. Not the biggest fan of how that looks. I thought it was a misprint. Looks like that's intentional. If you guys have this 2-pack, definitely let me know in the comments. I'll probably check in editing if that's supposed to be there. I believe it is. Yeah, I don't know. Thailand's usually pretty good with their weathering details, but that not so much. So here we have Jessie Wheelin, her name is, right? Let me double check the name tag. Yep. Jessie Wheelin. Very nice to see this pity mold return. Another pity mold originally made for Cars 3. This one we previously saw with Robert Jam Jones here from the Cotter Pin back in 2021. Of course, the mold seems pretty much the same except with different fork arms here. Maybe slightly different for Jessie here. Maybe she's a little taller or shaped a little differently. Not 100% on that. Yeah, is she like... It looks like she might be ever so slightly taller, but it might also be the positioning of the characters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are practically identical molds here. So again, really nice to have these Cars 3 background pity molds reused, and Jessie, much like Nicole, has the two little pegs there for the prop to be attached to, and something that I really like about her design in particular is that her fork arms are actually raised, so you see the whole kind of apparatus behind it, then they're raised up, and that's really, really nice. Unfortunately, that means we don't really see her mouth, but it's down there. Hey, you know, a lesser toy line would have completely, like, not cared, you know, they would have completely skimped out on you. But no, the Cars diecast line still sculpts a mold down there for the mouth. It's little things like that that make me love the Cars diecast line. Just the incredible little details like that you know, say what you will, but there are very few times where they cut corners in ways that a lot of toy companies often do. Not a big fan of the dirt detailing around her, as I previously said. But there's a look at the other side, and there is a look at the base. Not quite sure which of these I like better, but with all the hubbub about the movie prop, I don't want to lose sight of these two pitties, because I think they are really great and really, really fun items. I just love these two. They seem like they could be such a fun duo, okay? Just like, look at these character artworks and tell me you don't get some great personalities from them. Okay, I could see myself doing so much with these characters in this series in the future. It'd be really funny to see what they're up to. Now, moving on to the movie prop. At first, I was a little disappointed with how silver this thing is, but look, it looks really good, okay? It's not the Mama UFO. It's obviously based on it, and that's just a really nice continuity detail that I always appreciated about B-Movie, using the pre-existing design of what a UFO would look like in the Cars universe, and basing it on that. But, you know, this is silver, which I believe is accurate to the episode. While the two pitties don't have very good weathering detail, this does. Look at that. This looks incredible. Just like a piece of metal that's kind of rusty, or, you know, maybe it's particularly been painted to look rusty in universe because it is a film prop. This is insanely well detailed and well put together. The only downside of this is that it is a plastic piece, which I think will upset some people. I think it would have been nice to make it out of metal, but I honestly don't mind that it's a big plastic piece. It's an accessory. Cars accessories are almost always plastic. I can't think of any time they've been metal, honestly. So I really don't mind. There isn't a mouth down here. I don't know if there is supposed to be one, honestly. But if you want to pretend, it could have a giant mouth here. We can just pretend that the seam line that goes across the entire diecast is a big frown. Look at how sad it is. Sorry if you can't unsee that now. We have the little eyes here, the little bean-looking eyes that are very similar to what we see on Mama UFO. Unfortunately, I don't have the large plastic Mama UFO included with the UFM playset, nor do I have the diecast of Mator, but I do have his mini racer, so these two can just hang out all day. Such a great inclusion, guys. Usually when I review a car, I start from the front and then I move to the side. This is completely round, so it's going to be quite a bit easier to spin it. You know what? Let's actually try that. Woo! Woo! Go, 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 go! Would it spin better this way? This is the best. Obviously. This is why you're subscribed to this channel, right? High quality UFO spinning content. Seriously, this is an insanely impressive looking item. Okay, like, as far as accessories go, insanely good. Like this and the Doc Hudson pit crew stand. You know, when Mattel goes out of their way to make big plastic accessories for diecasts, they rarely ever fall short. This looks really, really good. The weathering even continues onto the base. But now, we're going to plug in Nicole and Jessie here. I got to do this one-handed. Let's see. Will they fit in easily? I hope so. Yep, wow, they plug in pretty easily. All right. Let's fit in Jessie. I'm honestly pretty impressed with how smooth of a fit it is for this. Let's see, okay. Might have to do this a little off camera. There we go. All right, we got the two of them. Unfortunately, it looks like the weight distribution is a little off. Looks like Jessie isn't entirely on the ground. She's being lifted up a little bit. But, I mean, can you even really tell all that much? Let's see, maybe if we lower her a little. I guess it was bound to happen with how much smaller she is than Nicole and the UFO, but, like, as far as this goes, if I'm a kid and I have this, okay, this is immediately going to become, like, one of my top 10 favorite Cars diecast items. As a collector, this is one of my favorite things I've reviewed in an incredibly long time. Okay, this is, like, top 3 items in 2024, and that's saying something, because this year has been incredibly solid. Look at that. We can spin them. This is just one of the most creative, clever, and just downright fun Cars items I think I've ever had the pleasure of reviewing on this channel. It shows that the Cars diecast line is always coming up with fun new ideas, and this has to be, I think, one of the most fun ideas I've ever seen them do. Okay, it's literally just 2 blank pitties and a little tiny spaceship. But this is so creative, so clever, so fun. All right, it hits me right in the part of me that's a fan, and also the part of me that's still a child. This one goes straight to the inner child. This just looks like such a fun toy. I would play with this for hours as a kid. And as a fan, I really respect and appreciate the continuity detail of this being based on something from Unidentified Flying Mater. And as a collector, I really appreciate the blank pitties. As a YouTuber, I appreciate the blank pitties. I could use them for videos. There's so much to say about this 2-pack. It's so great. If you see this, I highly recommend picking it up. One of the most fun Cars items on shelves right now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Oh, I didn't even show you guys that these could be moved from the base of the UFO very easily.